We're back, and this is David Soper from the Brewster Park building down here in Plymouth, Massachusetts. We are high atop the downtown area in a lovely building, and my guest today is...
I'm Jane Hershey. I'm from CitySprouts.
And she's going to talk about how she affects young people's lives and young families' lives of disadvantaged backgrounds. Please tell us a little bit about CitySprouts and how you became involved and how they were founded.
Oh, thank you, David. So this is a passion of my life. This is my life work here. So I'm always thrilled to have a chance to tell the story about CitySprouts and connect with other people who are interested in this really exciting idea of kids outside learning and making that just a normal part of public school and how kids grow up. I'm the founding director of CitySprouts, and I started the organization 16 years ago when my children were a lot younger than they are now, and beginning public school. And I do not come from an educator background. I'm an organizer, a community organizer. So I sometimes describe CitySprouts as succeeding in spite of my lack of experience or knowledge about it, and I really attribute that to how hungry teachers and families were for this idea of bringing outside learning, garden-based learning into public education, and making sure that that was an experience that every child had, not just a fortunate few, not just kids who had a parent who was able to come in and volunteer, but really building a school garden that could function like a computer lab or like the school library, a place where children really had hands-on experience learning all the things that we want all kids to know: science, social studies, literature, math, and in a way that made sense to them, that they could apply the concepts so that it wasn't just a concept, it was a skill and knowledge that excited them. We really kind of set them on a life path.
Describe a little bit about how you introduced how the curriculum's introduced to the kids, and give us a half a day, or what a half a day looks like for a young kid, a young girl, a boy.
Right. So one of the big challenges for garden-based learning in schools is how to find the time for kids to do that. And in a public school, as any parent or teacher can tell you, the day is getting more and more constricted and defined with what they have to do. So our big challenge was, how are we going to make time in a public school day for kids to get outside learning? So our answer to that is to partner really closely with teachers. So your question about the curriculum, I have to take it back to the teachers. We follow a teacher's lead. We provide each one of our partner schools with a garden educator who works one full day, a morning and an afternoon each week in that school. And they spend that time sitting down and talking with a teacher about when in that school day the kids can come out. So let's say in a third grade class, they might be doing some plant growth and development as part of their science unit. They're looking at a pre-algebraic unit, changes over time in math. They're learning how to do procedural writing, steps, first, second, third steps in writing and literature. So the garden becomes the place where all three of those things come together.